And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Where's My Anime? We're live on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch.
And whatever platform you're on, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
As always, with your boy Jay Sama.
And I'm Dap. And let's get into it on another episode of Where's My Anime?
Yes, sir.
And we back. And your boy Jay Sama. We got the evil man, Dap, anime review antagonist of the year. Some call him the Skip Bayless and anime review. We call him Dap on the show. Then we got the manga guy, Chris Fry. Be careful because he will bring spoilers all day, every day. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Not much, man. Another great Friday to talk about anime. See what y'all got to say. Let's see what I got to say.
Can't wait
What
to
about you, Chris?
hate on some vigilantes a little bit. Though I will say, not too bad. It wasn't too bad this week, but there was moments.
Oh, that's a shocker right there.
Hey, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but man, we getting hit up in the comments early today, man. We already got some announcements in there.
True.
Hey, crew. Hi. Hey, what's popping? What's going on, man? Thanks for
Top of
tuning
the
in
morning.
tonight. Thanks for tuning in tonight, of course.
It's not the morning. I think it's evening.
Hey, man. Hey,
Top
look,
of the morning somewhere.
Fair enough.
Chris, I'm going to tell you right now, man. Dap is going to say some things that don't make sense, and so I just roll with it.
It's been every episode so far.
Hey, a lot of things in this life don't make sense, so that's all right.
Fair.
I just roll with it, man. But yeah, appreciate you, head crew, man. Shout out for coming on the show tonight. Hey, drop some more comments in there, man. If you agree or disagree with what we talking about tonight, or if you got an anime that you want us to review, man, we here for you. So go in, man. Hey, you guys watching any anime outside the anime that we're gonna be talking about tonight?
Nah, I'm creating my own short film, my own slice of life. I haven't made my chance to indulge in any other shit.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? I know you reading some manga, man. You can let us know, man.
You started reading Goku Loser Ranger.
No, I have not. I have not started reading. I'm trying to do the anime route for you guys, since you guys keep it to that. But
Yeah, for sure.
I've been watching that. I'm almost done with the Reign of the Spellblade. It doesn't
Okay.
get really any better.
Okay.
So, that's about it, though. I haven't seen anything else. I did start Go like I should have forever ago. Super
Yeah.
good. So anybody who hasn't started it, definitely recommend it. At least so far.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So for tonight, for our audience, man, we're gonna be reviewing My Hero Academia Vigilante Season 1, Episode 12, To Be Hero X Season 1, Episode 11, Yaba Samurai Legend Season 1, Episode 11, Fire Force Season 3, Episode 12, and then we're gonna wrap it up with Go Loser Ranger Season 1, Episode 22. So I've been trying to keep up with the beginning after the end. I think the last episode I watched was just another episode of boringness. So I think I'm about to just drop that from my anime watch list, just period, at this point.
Stop finding that garbage, man. That's all you're doing. Is finding that shit. Stop that shit.
Bro, you know, sometimes, man, you get invested into a story. You just want to see like how it's gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? Because the story isn't that bad. It's just the fact that the execution is terrible. The animation is terrible. The fight sequences are terrible. It is trash. But I like the story, man. I'm just trying to figure out where it's going.
I think Fry will even tell you, just read the manga, bro. Just stop watching the anime and read the manga, man.
I haven't heard good things about the anime. The manga's great, though.
Yeah. I think I might take you up on that. But before we start, man, y'all got anything you want to get off your chest before we go in tonight's show?
Nope. Happy Juneteenth. Happy, what's that word? Be belated. Happy belated Juneteenth. There you go. Other than that, nah.
I got
All
nothing.
right, no. All right, let's get into it, man. First on the docket tonight, we got My Hero Academia Vigilante Season 1, Episode 12, the day of. Chris, I'm gonna let you go first on this one since you said that you actually like this episode. I'm not gonna be a bearer of bad news just yet, but
I
I'll
like
let you go
parts
first, man.
of this episode. I didn't, not the whole episode. Parts of it.
Oh, you like parts of the episode? Well,
Yes.
let me
And
tell
the
you what the
parts I
fuck.
like
Oh,
are everything that deals with Knuckle Duster and the Bee Lady. Everything
Yeah.
else is garbage and filler filling. Like it's like that was what I was talking about. Like that's why I was wanting to talk about. Like what is the point of dealing with the dance crew and the fucking Mad Hatter guitarist bullshitter? Why do we care about a love story with them? Why is this in here? There's no reason for that to be in there at all. In fact,
yeah,
it
man.
makes me cringe. It makes it to the point where I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's a vigilante it's a vigilante series, but they're trying to put a band together, so they have to narrate the inner twines of putting strangers together and having them do a show. It's total bullshit, to be honest with you. I was watching it and I was like, okay, so we're getting another filler episode, and then it wasn't until like the last 3 minutes of the episode where we actually saw the plot progress. And one more thing, Captain Celebrity, he's punching the same fucking kaiju every episode now. It's like he's defeating the same enemy and then saying some shit at the end of it every episode now.
He's beat what 3-4 kaiju level or kaiju sized villains.
Right? Like what are we doing, man? And it's like the same way. Like he just swoops in and like punches them one time.
Yeah.
Like what?
Staged events. Staged events. I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. He's a celebrity putting on the show.
Hey man,
He's trying to build up his stress value.
Trust value.
Trust. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but this isn't it, man. Vigilante, My Hero, y'all got to do better than this, man. Y'all got to do better. I mean, at this point, we're just funding the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hoping for more. Which I haven't seen a good episode since Stain. Since Stain became Stain, right? Since he came with that resolution that this is what he's gonna be now. And I haven't seen a good episode since. We've been getting a lot of filler / a little bit of plot progression at the end. This is the formula that My Hero has been presenting us with, and it's time for a change, man, because it's bullshit. But with that, man, like, did you like the ending part 2 with Knuckle Duster and the Bee Lady?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like I said, it actually pertains to the story, so I have to at least appreciate it for that little bit of much, right? But I'm looking forward to seeing how the next episode goes, because from what Knuckle Duster was saying, it sounds like just like how I just had her name in my head, but just like how his daughter's been putting bees in people to control them, it seems like
She's
under that same she's under that same influence. So definitely wants to have those. Oh yeah, go. I will say that too, Pryor. You did call this. You called that on the.
Told you it was his daughter. I didn't think it was gonna be she was controlled. I was thinking she was the bee user, but obviously she's not. So
I wonder if go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was gonna say, I wonder if her quirk was originally just Hornets, and then maybe One for All twisted it, and so now it's got the little injectors and all that shit in there. So now that she can go poison people with her new quirk, and that's what kind of tampered with her.
I'm starting to wonder if it's more of a we've seen a bunch of animals now be injected or whatever. I'm wondering if what it is the bee user is the queen bee that has somehow been enhanced, probably by All for One, to be intelligent, and somehow this queen bee is able to basically take control of a body, and then she generates bees within the body, and that's what we see with her, worker bees that can explode apparently and inject people with the drugs. But it's just going to end up being where the queen bee was an actual just bee that All for One fucked with. So,
so do you think? So, what is the correlation between her mom and what happened in the past? Like, do you have a good guess or what you think happened? Because they don't go too much into it.
in the bed, one of the things I've noticed is the mom also has an eye patch. So I'm wondering if the mom was a host as well. At one
And now she's terribly sick.
Oh well, yeah, and then whatever happens when the host is finally used up, or maybe just whenever the bee leaves, this is what happens to the host. I don't know for sure, obviously, but that's what I'm guessing at the moment, is that the mother was at one point the host, or maybe the mother was the original, and that she was the queen. But right now, I'm thinking she was probably just a host, and then whenever she was used up, the took the daughter, because we've seen that the daughter's body, like, she can integrate with normal people. Like, she had friends who enjoyed spending time with her, who were willing to, warn her about other people. So,
that's true.
For all we know, Knuckle Duster, while he was having, this relationship with the mother, she was at that time the bee user the whole time, or was for just a little while.
So, like, in a way, you're saying, like, the court was able to say, like, hey, this host is no longer usable and switch host? Kind of like that? So the court switched the host?
I'm more saying that it's... So, like, I'm assuming that it's the queen bee that is, like, the controller of all these bees or whatever.
Yeah.
And that queen bee is somehow able to take over a host, is what I'm guessing at. And so when she takes over a host... she gets full control for whatever reason, and she can generate bees from said host, is what my guess is right now. But eventually, I'm assuming that does damage to the host, and eventually the bee has to leave. So it leaves and finds a new host. And I'm wondering if what happened is it went from the mother to the daughter, but I don't know.
That's it. That's an interesting point, man. Because I feel like I would lean more towards Dap's belief of it, meaning that, like, she has an alter quirk, right? Like, maybe she always had the bees, or I mean, her mom could have had a bee quirk too, and it was passed down, because we know that quirks do get passed down through birth and stuff. And now, perhaps her mom, like, had that altered queen bee, and that was passed down, or from one host to the other, and now she's, like, on this crazy shit too, as far as trying to infect people and use her bees in the wrong way. Because also too, man, like, have we seen that girl who had the bees fly out of her skirt? Like, have we seen her again?
We haven't seen her again, no.
Right. So, like, so I mean, I said that to say this, like, somehow these bees are able to transfer to different people, right? And I'm not quite sure how that mechanism works, but I think this piece of the Vigilante series is very interesting, and this is all that it has going for it, which is terrible, which is fucking terrible. But I am interested in knowing, like, how this shit originated and who's really, like, the mastermind behind all this stuff, for sure.
Yeah, good. Even when
the fight scene, Knuckle Duster and the bee lady too. I mean, it was small, but, like, I liked, like, her using the explosive bees, and he's like, it's worse to get hit with the taser than to get hit with just his fucking fist with the fucking brass knuckles or whatever. And then, of course, when she fucking runs, I thought it was cool to see him using the grappling hook and showing exactly, how he's getting around the city. I thought that was a nice way to be able to like show how much he's trained to be able to also move quickly across the city.
Yeah, poor man's
They love
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
another thing, why was there heroes like from My Hero Academia? Like that was another thing. I was like,
Eraserhead.
Yeah, Eraserhead. You had Mike, and you had Midnight, Miss
Mhm.
Midnight.
Oh yeah.
All for the concert.
All
That's
for
it.
a concert. Yeah,
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, man. Hopefully the next episode turns up, but that was kind of weird, man. I mean, at least we did get to see Eraserhead in action.
Yeah, that was.
But I mean, other than that, man, like, and see, even in the episodes, like the beginning of the episodes of the series, like we saw All Might, we saw like just little flashes of like the old My Hero characters, man. But this really could have been heavily focused on heroes that we just didn't have backstories for. I would have been content with that. And instead, we're getting this bullshit about characters I don't give a fuck about. In the build up for these characters, I really don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about no consort, man. In this one little neighborhood that everything keeps fucking happening, and they think that this neighborhood deserves a concert at night, where normally that's where all the fucking criminal activity is being taken place.
I don't know, man. I think y'all fail to realize that they building up this concert because My Hero Vigilantes is going to drop a soundtrack to go with this whole series that's going to be phenomenal. Like, this obviously building up to that.
Pop star. That's fucking trash. Fucking trash.
I wish they took that concert and like they just did story. I mean, the story had to be done completely different, but I wish they used that concert to be like, hey, we're gonna stage this as a way to attract villains that we think are targeted to trigger or have a lead to something. And I wish the stories built more like that, so then we would have a reason to care for this concert that we're not going to get nothing out of until probably at the very end of Pop Step's little entertainment thing, where it probably gets bombarded and destroyed by some other villain that just so happened to be located there, and then the story hopefully builds from there. But it's not going that way, so we just seen a whole bunch of just nonsense, basically.
I also want to say we're 11, 12 episodes in, whatever it is, and these guys are still doing stuff that is against the law, and that the cops are doing nothing to stop. The heroes who, have to work to earn their license to be a hero also are doing nothing to stop people who are just like, fuck it, I don't need a license.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing that still really bothers me, is that in this world, vigilantes are supposed to be like, they're like, anyone who does that, everybody is supposed to hate them, and yet nobody's doing anything to try to stop them. Everybody's like,
we'll just let it go. Oh, thanks, man. You wrapped up these villains for me. Let's take them back down to the county. Thanks.
and we know that one hero at least for sure knows the identity of a vigilante. 100% knows it, and he's done nothing.
Power
besides
friendship,
take
man.
his fucking business card back from him.
Yeah, I would say like I wish they would. I wish they would have went more heavy with the vigilantes thing. Like I would have liked it if like civilians ever caught them like outside in public, regardless if they were fighting villains or not. They just started going to that. Well, get the fuck out of here. This is hero territory. You're not a hero. Like I wish it did have like more of an impact like that to actually care about why this series is called Vigilantes.
That tension. That tension between like the civilians and the heroes, like. And the vigilantes, I feel like is necessary for a show like this. But yeah, like I said, man, this is like one of the shows where it's like nothing critical is happening. Like there's no fucking danger in sight other than quote unquote this trigger shit going on. But it's on a small scale, right? So it just makes me as the viewer not really give a fuck about it.
I mean, I will say, since y'all jogged my memory. So, what house did Knuckle Duster's daughter go into where like the adults in there were just dead? I'm pretty sure they're dead. Like, I'm assuming they're dead.
Well,
Like they were sitting out on the couch.
it definitely hinted at that she basically just goes into places and from what either just kills them outright and then takes their stuff, but it's obvious that she's moving from place to place. So I'm assuming like that scene was to show that she essentially is like, this is how she's like hiding. This is how she's, staying a step ahead of people like Knuckle Duster, who would be hunting her down for doing the illegal shit that she's doing, is that she takes over somebody's house, she either kills them, or I'm starting to think that she uses them as essentially an incubator for more fucking bees. That's what I'm thinking, especially with the whole, like my idea with the mother and all that type of shit. And then also as you saw, she used one of the people's credit cards until she couldn't use it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's also where she's getting her money. So that's where she's getting her resources, which you would think somebody who's backed by All For One would have as many resources as they want, but
maybe not.
Whatever.
Maybe All For One's locked up. Maybe he's locked up.
Is he locked up at that point at this?
I don't know. It'd be nice to get fucking photos.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, All Might's out. He's out there doing this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen. I wonder. We probably have to go back and look to see what uniform he used before he got into the fight with All Might. I mean, All For One. To figure that out. Because then he had like a rain costume. Yeah, he had like a rain costume or some shit.
I don't know. I can't remember if he's supposed to be locked up at this point or not. But either way, it doesn't really matter. We know All For One apparently, like even when he is locked up, can basically do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
So, like, how is it that he doesn't have resources to help a person who apparently he's backing? Like,
right.
So I don't know. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of just these little things where it's either they weren't thinking about them or they just don't give a shit. They're just whatever.
I mean, I will say though, if bruh's in jail, he got a lot of phone calls. Why you get to make so many calls from jail?
He took me.
I mean, All For One, doesn't he strike you as one that if he's in jail, it's because he wants to be in jail? Like,
I mean, that's how they play.
Like actually,
I mean, nah. Like a little different from Maxwell. Like, more or less like an Eisen move, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm only in jail because this is exactly where I want to be at for everything else to fucking happen and go according to my plan. You know what I'm saying? That's the tip I'm on.
All For One's always been the type of guy where he seems like, regardless if he gets screwed, like a plan doesn't go right or whatever like that, he has so many what would you call them?
Contingency plans?
Contingency plans and shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what you do. He has something to fall back on, essentially.
Yeah.
So now we're saying that All For One is part of the Evangelists.
No, those guys apparently just everything is part of their plan. Like,
yeah, that shit is crazy.
All For One's more like, well, fuck, you messed that up, but at least I got this other plan ready. Like, that's more his thing. Like, because even in My Hero Academia, like sometimes when his plans would get fucked up, like you would see him get frustrated, but then he would be like, but we can now do this. Like, he always had something available to move to.
Yeah. So, what y'all giving this show, man? What y'all rating it? What y'all giving this episode? I got a number in my head already.
For the last 3 minutes, I'll give it like a 6. Before that, I'll give it.
That's steep.
I'll give it like a 4.
So a 5 total?
I guess it was such a meh episode, but I did like the end pretty well. I thought it was fun. So.
Well, what about you, Dap?
And I got more information about the bee chick. So.
2.5. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 for the last 2.5 minutes.
That's all we grading it on. It's not much time. It's probably like 5 minutes worth of content that should have been reversed. It should have been 14 minutes of content, 5 minutes of bullshit, and then
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all let us know out there in the chat, man, if y'all agree with our ratings tonight. Just go ahead and drop in there. If you watch this episode, let us know what y'all think about it. If y'all actually think it's a 10 or 9, because I'm gonna go ahead and call filler alert on this episode. Absolutely, except for the last 2 to 3 minutes. But y'all let us know what y'all thinking about out there. Any closing comments before we go on to the next show?
Yeah, do better, vigilantes. Do better.
Do fucking better, vigilantes. You said it.
I'm pretty sure next episode is just going to be the show. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, and it'll most likely just be the stupid concert, and we'll see bits and pieces of Knuckle Duster going after the bee, or even worse, the beginning of it will be Knuckle Duster going after the bee. She gets away, and then the rest of the episode will be the fucking concert.
Oh God! Please don't say
what
that.
If, I actually did like what Frost said earlier about using random people as hosts to make more bees. What if they actually do some good shit, and for whatever reason, bee chick makes it all the way to that concert, and she's like, all right, this is the perfect chance for me to get away, and she activates the bees where they all come swarming the concert, giving her a distraction to get away from Knuckle Duster, and then everybody has to
where
figure out.
She's at is already right at the concert. She's running away from the concert already.
Running away or running to?
Running away.
Oh,
because where the eel mucus creature thing, he was at the concert. He was literally
so
right there.
Stupid, man. So stupid.
Which, by the way,
I'm glad you said that.
Also, something doesn't make sense. I thought his quirk was turning into that, and then Eraserhead's like, "Oh, I can't turn off his quirk," and I was like, "What do you mean you can't turn off his quirk? I've seen his other form."
Yes. So, like, I'm wondering, like, the only thing we got close to that from the original My Hero is Shigarami, because, apparently he evolved past being a quirk. Like, what he was doing was not a quirk. Like, that's just his ability. So I wonder if they're trying to say that that's what he's doing. Like, he's the first person to break past, at least on screen, that we've seen break past. It's not a quirk. It's actually his abilities that he's using.
Like his physical abilities, right? I mean, they could try to play that off as like the blueprint to how they altered Shigarami, because they put him in one of those fucking Saiyan tubes and shit, and like did all this genetic what is it called?
Modifications and shit. Yeah.
Modifications and shit, right? So I wonder if they're saying I wonder if they're gonna say Trigger was like the blueprint for them going that route, or that scientists going that route in the old OG My Hero, to make Shigarami into what he is, present time. I mean that'd be pretty cool if they tied it together. But at this point, I don't have any faith in Vigilante doing any cool shit like that. All right.
I mean, it would make a little bit of sense. The girl does make a comment pretty much every time we see a villain that that they will be good data for her.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe
to pull out will they link it? Will they link it together though? That's the thing.
They probably will, but they'll probably link it in a very stupid way.
Man. All right, guys. Well, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next anime tonight that we're gonna review. Are we all good?
Yep.
Good.
All right, let's get into some good shit. Let's go. We're gonna tonight we're gonna be talking about 2B Hero X Season 1, Episode 11, Road to the Crown. Now, if you guys have been watching this show, we've been talking about 2B Hero X ever since it came out. This is one of the animes that I actually enjoy watching. I actually get a little anticipation for the next episode to watch it. It is it's different from other animes I watched. This anime is kind of like based off of having trust level and trust factor, and you got fear in here too, and you got these heroes that apparently all want to be Hero X one day. So we're in episode 11. Chris, you went first last time. Dap, you want to go first on this one, or you know what?
Nah, you can go first. I had to rewatch it. It didn't. Stanley, the episode didn't stick. Not because it wasn't good. I just brain fog. Let's go with that. Like it didn't. Everything didn't click the way it should have. So I'll let y'all do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just All right. This is what I'm gonna do. All right. So this episode here, the reason why I like this episode is because Where's My Anime episode 27, I talked about this very thing, right? I wanted to make sure that To Be Hero X in the first season, and quick disclaimer, guys, we do not read the manga. Well, 2 out of 3 of us don't read the manga, and we're only commenting on the anime, right? So we haven't foreseen any future details of this anime. We just been watching it.
Pure ignorance.
We just been watching it through the anime. All right. So with that being said, what I really liked about this episode was that we actually got to saw heroes and we got to see excerpts from the past episodes all kind of accumulate into this one episode, right? Like we got to see Scion. We got to see Queen, which we saw Queen in the previous episode. I feel like we got to see
Gotta see the
what's his name?
Johnnies.
Who?
The Johnnies. Little Johnny and Big Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
Little Johnny and Big Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the cat.
Cat ears.
unicorn thing.
Cat.
Wait. He
Yeah.
was in the previous episodes.
No. Oh, no. Okay, my bad. Yeah,
Okay,
no.
my bad. No, like
Yeah.
You get a new hero. That
Oh,
I'm
yeah, we
assuming
do
we'll
get a new
eventually
hero.
Probably have episodes of. I'm assuming we'll get to see them again.
Yeah, I want to say, didn't we see something on the news about the Stand Firm guy? Didn't we see something on the news?
Yeah, you
this
did see
episode?
Stand Firm guy. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the fire.
he became a hero. It was his hero event.
Right, it was this hero event. We got to see that, and I'm like, yes, like I'm loving this because they tying shit all together. I'm seeing the timeline and stuff. I don't think we saw anything about Nice. Did we see anything about Nice?
I don't
I don't think so.
But this would have been further back, so this would have might have been before Nice was really a hero.
Oh, that's true.
Just the
That's true.
original one, though. Still got the original.
Yeah, possibly the original Nice. But anyway, I just love how they tied it together, man. And then we got to see like 2 characters from, I guess, different timelines on the same screen. And we got to see some of Queen's background, and they didn't water. I mean, they didn't take a lot of time in going into her background, right? Like I feel like it was fairly done. I don't think it was rushed, like how you guys said that the last episode was rushed with that whole little trilogy pack. But I mean, I was liking the flow of it, man. And then we got to see some action. We got to see some 2D action. I was like, oh shit, like let's go. So with this episode, man, I'm thoroughly pleased. But Chris, you can go into some further details of things that you liked about this episode.
Well, first off, I love Queen. I love her power.
Yeah.
She essentially just says a command and it happens. Like that was cool as shit when she did the up to the bad guy and then just lets him eventually drop and splatter. That was fucking cool.
Yeah. It's kind of OP, but it's cool.
Yeah. I do like that we finally got to see the guy I've been wanting to see, which is who ended up
Yes.
Yes,
Hero X.
Yeah. Apparently, he doesn't have a name yet, so everybody just calls him X.
Which is confusing.
Yes, very.
Wow.
But I can't wait for us to find out like how he beat Queen, because apparently not even Queen knew. Like she doesn't even understand how she lost. And then there was the other female hero. I forget what they called her name.
Was it Boa?
Yeah, I think that's right. Boa. She did she deal with gravity? Was that what her thing was?
Nah, she was more like a fucking Wonder Woman, man. Like to me, like she just had like like
super, was that like
super
final
strength.
scene though, and with all the weird like bubbles or whatever, where she
Oh, that was Fear, bro.
Oh, is that what that was?
I'm pretty sure it was Fear. Yeah.
Oh,
when she was sitting in her room. Some of that part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
in
it
her
was Fear.
room and she found out like whatever she found out about Queen.
Being somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
Which is probably the management guy's daughter. I don't know. That's what I thought.
I thought she was the journalist's daughter. I thought that.
The guy who saved Cheyenne, right? Or
Yeah.
the one that found Cheyenne?
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't think they actually told us
maybe I don't know.
because she was like, oh, like she's his daughter. Like I thought that was like the cliffhanger, right? Like she's his daughter. Like they didn't really tell us who daughter it was.
I don't know on that front, but my point, I thought like when in that scene though, when I saw like the weird bubbles or whatever, I thought it was like her power, and because she was getting upset, and so that was making me think her power dealt with like gravity or something, and that was how she did all the big swings with the axe and everything. But you might be right, or that might have been fear. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. So, but still, super cool episode. I think Queen was interesting. I did like also getting to see Scion, and they tried to show you like where this meeting was in the timeline by showing her trying to escape and everything like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we know this is after, at least timeline wise, by the end of the episode, we know it's at least after episode 8, I guess it would be timeline. I think because it was the first episode she tried to escape in. But yeah,
Yo, no, I think they even didn't they show Cyan on the big stage when she had her big concert?
I mean,
And they
she was at the
showed like
tower.
did they like show a glimpse of that? Like I thought they showed a glimpse of like Cyan doing her like stage event when she was like, on the platform again. Like I think I thought it was a montage of showing her like, because they was doing like a montage of heroes and stuff, and I want to say like they showed her on that grand, I guess, coming out, concert, right? That we've seen in some of the previous episodes. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know on that front. I might have missed that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just remember it obviously showed her during the escape sequence. So I was like, okay, this is at least now past that point, which would make sense. Of course, it would probably be past also the beginning of the second episode of Scion's story, because of course at that point she was homeless and trying to make money and shit. So it would have been like I'm assuming it's like basically right after she became a big time hero is what I'm guessing that scene was supposed to be. So I'm wondering if the next one is going to be like why she was in the final episode, essentially like saying thanks to Cyan, like I got over it. I'm wondering if this is what she got, like Cyan helped her get over, was her loss to X. I'm wondering if that's what this is. So I don't know. We'll see in the next one. I hope.
Yeah. Do you guys like the whole dynamic? I'm gonna just call him like the hero manager. And Queen and Boa. Like, do y'all like that dynamic, man? Because it comes off very weird. Like when he was talking to them about who's gonna be like the next hero to move up on the list and stuff, and Bo was like, well, don't fucking ask me to let her beat me, you know what I'm saying? And he's just kind of like, you're gonna do exactly what I tell you to do.
I mean, the dude's been creepy since the moment he's been
just weird, man.
Cecil vibes.
What?
Cecil vibes.
I just think he's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Ever since he was shown in like Scion stuff, I was just like, yep, another manager who's just a fucking creep.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know. Do y'all think he got like powers and stuff?
I probably not.
I would assume not.
I mean, the way he acts,
benefit from it.
bro. The way he acts like he's just going to strong arm somebody if they don't do what the fuck he says, bro. Like that's how he acts, man.
I mean, they probably could, because like if you got times with like social media and stuff like that, like you can fuck with people's trust value like that. Yeah,
he can easily change the narrative on any hero he wants, but especially the ones he manages.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
true. I mean, and obviously trust equals power, so he can be like, oh, you want to be a little bitch? Well, good luck having anybody on your side. Like, I mean, and we do know that Queen comes off, kind of like a stuck-up bitch sometimes. So it would be very easy.
You think so?
Oh, 100%. It's obvious. Like Boa fucking says it too.
That's true. That's true, I guess.
And I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be that she's so focused on her goal that she tries to push all distractions away. Like I fully get like where the character comes from. But there's always going to be people who see that as a person being stuck up. So it would be very easy to change the narrative for her from being this, queen that people should serve to being, the cold ice queen. Like they could very easily change her narrative.
The tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, man.
I will say though, man, y'all need to dumb down with what y'all doing all this love for Queen, man. Y'all acting like Stars and Stripes don't exist. She can do the same thing.
What?
What do you mean by that?
Queen's ability in Stars and Stripes, being able to say something and control it.
I like Stars and Stripes too.
But I fuck with Stars and Stripes, bro. Hey, look, you remember last year when that shit came out? I told you, I said Stars and Stripes. This is it, bro. This is what we've been waiting for. And then they killed her in like 2 episodes.
Hey,
that they did, sadly.
But at least it was like a badass like death. Like she.
Yeah. No, it was. It was. She went out. She went hard, bro. But that if I don't remember, well, I think if I remember correctly, that's how I got you started watching My Hero, right? Well, for you to catch up on My Hero, because I had watched that. I watched that season opener, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god, bro! You gotta watch this shit." Stars and Stripes, dude. Stars and Stripes.
It was around there. But let's move back on To Be Hero X though. Yeah, thank y'all for refreshing my mind a little bit. I do love how it didn't feel rushed and it didn't feel forced, but I love how much of the backstory they did give the Queen to show why she is and who she is once she gets to the tower and stuff. So I do love that. Short and sweet, to the point. We can get some more backstory later. I said one question I do have though. So like we get to see Boa, and I can't remember who she was fighting in the ring, and it looked like a gladiator battle style, like arena type thing. But like it seems like
his name was Smile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We got Nice and Smile.
Yeah. Because apparently he'll beat your ass with a smile.
That sounds like some villain shit. He should be a villain.
Yeah, he had that more like Superman. He had that Superman vibe going on.
Yeah, and then that, like her and Boa, I mean, was pretty cool too. Even though,
she did a thing.
She seemed a little, but
in the fight.
No, I was talking about like the end of the episode. Like in her fight, she was honestly pretty awesome. Like you're seeing her fucking swing that big ass axe around. Yeah, like,
transforms and shit.
Yeah, like it was really cool.
Well, I'm wondering like how much. So like in a way we see a new component because if I'm not mistaken, weren't they using that moment to kind of build trust value for the heroes too?
No,
I mean
so it's supposed to be. I don't know how often they do this tournament, but there's a tournament to be considered. I'm assuming essentially the best hero, but they call it X, being Hero X. So Boa, thanks to Queen, had gotten a boost in her trust value, which was one of the reasons why the manager was like, "You essentially have all this thanks to Queen." But that boost in power was supposed to have allowed her to win the tournament in the first place, which is why I do have an issue with the guy that they call X now. Is how is this guy supposed to have so much trust but doesn't have a
nobody knows him?
Yeah, like that's weird. But I'm assuming that's the point. Is it's supposed to be weird? It's supposed to like you're supposed to be like, oh, how the fuck's this possible?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I didn't think about it as like a plot or using her as a tool, but I found it interesting when Queen, Boa, and I think the manager were talking with Cyan, and Cyan, I believe, brought it up. She was like, "Hey, you want me to give you some extra love so you can do good on the fight?" And she's like, nah, I don't need that. And I was like, whoa. So we can just go around and touch people, like just give them enhancements and shit and have them go on with their day. Like, and to think about it like that too, like, granted, the guy that found Cheyenne, like, I doubt he went trying to look for a hero and shit, but he did find a hero. So I wonder if he kind of plays a part, like, in the reason why she even made it up to the tower, and now maybe she'll be used as a tool for like other heroes and enhancing their luck or enhancing their trust value by using her luck to up the ante
I mean,
on any other heroes.
I wouldn't put it past that the manager helped Cyan's like level go up. I would definitely not be surprised if that happened. Now, especially to like use her as a tool. Now, Queen,
for sure.
denied it because she didn't want to be able to. She didn't want anyone to be able to say that she won because of luck.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the manager specifically helped Cyan so that she would get higher, and most likely never told her. So,
Yeah. Keep her oblivious, and she got up there just like how everybody else did. Hard work and training. Yeah. I think I'm about to be about it. I don't have nothing much else after that though, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what Hero Ace is about, man. Maybe he got like some AI that's doing constant streams and shit, boosting up his trust value, so he don't need a whole bunch of people backing him. I don't know. I'm curious how that part works.
Or maybe he's a hero that has trust value. However, he could be in a disguise. Like nobody actually knows what this what his disguise is, right? Like he could just be appearing as somebody who,
Nobody knows.
That nobody knows. Yeah,
and
how
also, does that work?
How does it not work?
How can you have how would the same person? Okay, I can see like that. Like,
yeah. So like think about it like this. Think about it like this, because we noticed with Nice, right? His trust value was fucking transferred to the guy that wasn't Nice. He just looked like Nice, right?
Okay.
So if you take Nice, right, and make him look like somebody else that nobody recognizes, does his trust value go away, or does it still stay there?
I don't know about that one. I think Iso kind of played out that one because we had plenty of people that looked like Iso, but they didn't have Iso's full trust value. So I don't think that's
correct. That's correct, but we never seen a hero have trust value and look like somebody else who didn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you're a hero and you have trust value, and then you disguise yourself as somebody who's not a hero,
but you're
do you not have trust level though?
I think
you
would
know what I'm saying?
Still have trust. I think you would still have trust because you would still be that person.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you would be under a disguise that nobody recognized.
Yeah, but I don't think that like one, this dude just no. Like, this dude doesn't have like a mask or anything hiding his face.
I mean, he doesn't. But
like for me, I'm thinking he's gonna be like the linchpin for this whole story arc. Something about him is going to bind all these stories together. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I think it's just because they're making him out to be this mysterious thing with his introduction here. But I think he's going to be the central point to how these timelines all these stories connect.
Did he shoot Moon? Did he shoot Moon?
No, he stole shot Moon. Go back.
Hey.
Was it Iso?
Like you said, if he could take the people's looks and get their trust value, he might have been the one that did it. He might have been trying to get rid of the Nice or the commoner.
I'm wondering if he's going to be like, because one of the things with Queen is we know she wants to become Hero X so that she can completely dissolve the trust system. That was, part of her speech. I'm wondering if X is powered by something besides trust.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that's the reason nobody knew who he was, and I don't think it's going to be fear. Just but it might be. It might be that's what it is. Is he's the guy who somehow perfected the power of fear. I don't fucking know how, but yeah, like
scared of dying all the time.
But I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be. Is X has some type of other way to power himself, and that's also like, you know, why he's so much stronger too, because apparently he was able to beat Queen and or whoever else, or he fought Boa too. Yeah, able to beat both.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of Boa apparently,
and didn't know how, and they didn't know how he beat them. Like,
which is crazy. It's crazy. Like you sat there and watched it in the arena. It's getting recorded, but you don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's weird. But you know what? You know, a portion of it that I did like, that comedian dude when he was up there and he was talking shit about Boa and Queen about the like what are they gonna do now? I thought that was pretty funny, man.
They're gonna put me out of business.
Yeah. But with that being said, guys, what are we rating this episode?
I give it a 7. Maybe an 8. I really enjoyed it. I'll give it an 8.
I'm giving it a 9, man. Hands down. I like this episode. I like the spiciness of it. I like how shit was coming all together, man. I told you guys as soon as I watched it, I said To Be Hero X is getting spicy tonight.
You did.
Love it, man. Love it. I like it.
Yeah, I'll follow suit, man. And granted, like I need to go back and watch it. Like I wasn't watching it at any point. I was just like, ugh, like what's going on? Like actually, I did. For whatever reason, I got confused when they were showing the timelines, but I was able to get that straightened out. But it's a great episode. I'll say it 9 as well. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like,
and that just reminded me of something too, man. Because I almost thought I was tripping when what's the guy name with the dog or the cat with the animal?
Little Johnny.
Little Johnny.
Yeah, I almost thought his pet had something to do with fucking Queen's powers, man. Until she was just like, "Oh, I can't move. He's so irresistible." And I was like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? I
did y'all notice that too? Well, we didn't talk about that part. Like it's weird as shit. Like when he introduced Big Johnny, he's like, "Hey, this is my son."
Oh yeah.
Do you want to pet him? It's like I definitely want to see how that's gonna come out. Hopefully, they kind of get away from this. I wouldn't mind if they got away from this and focus on Little Johnny for like 2-3 episodes, just so we can get a background of him because he's a hero in the tower, so he's one of the top 10.
I definitely assume he's going to be. He's definitely going to be at least a couple episodes. I'm betting. So, Little Johnny and Big Johnny.
Yeah, I definitely will see how that dynamic is going to play out. Because there's another character too that's got a pet too, though. So I'm curious how this hero and pet thing is gonna play out.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, man. I was like, I said okay, but I almost thought something diabolical was gonna happen, so I got super excited real quick, and I was like, damn, nothing.
No,
you know
it's just Queen apparently can't turn away from something adorable.
I'm pretty sure it's the power, man. There's no way that's not his power. There's no way it's not.
Which is kind of out of her character, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? From being like this stuck up, graduating, top of her class in university at the age of 14 and shit. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to, so she could hurry up and be Hero X. Like, did y'all peep that shit, man? Like,
yeah.
Finished. But anyway, so with that being said, I gave it a 9. You gave it a 9, Dap, and Chris, you gave it an 8.
8. Yeah, I'll give
that's
it
pretty. That's pretty out fucking standing. For today's anime shit we got going on, man. That's out fucking standing, man. For everybody who's just tuning in tonight, this is another episode of Where's My Anime, episode 28. Here with Jay Sama, Dap, Chris Fry, the anime guy. We already reviewed My Hero Academia Vigilante season 1, episode 12. We just finished up To Be Hero X season 1, episode 11. And now we're about to get into some Yaba. Yaba Samurai Legend season 1, episode 11. Raijinkin versus Fujinkin.
Raijinkin versus Yuji Kuki. Yeah, you said it right. Yeah, we'll do what you said. Lightning versus wind. Oh, thunder versus wind. There we go.
No, lightning versus wind.
Lightning.
Yeah, he got that one move, bro. He perfected his shit.
Yeah.
The fucking lightning slash. The lightning slash, or whatever the fuck you want to say. Listen, man. Was this episode better than the past 5 episodes? Yes. Did this episode put a bow on season 1? No, it did not. I thought that this episode was cool from the standpoint that we finally got to see them actually fight. But yet I was kind of left feeling underwhelming, right? Like I felt like it could have been more than Onomaru spamming the fucking wind ability, right? Like I thought we was gonna see like some more intricate combat of sword play, if you will, right? And I feel like what we typically got was, what Raijinkin, Fujinkin, you know what I'm saying, across the board, and this is why I felt like we was gonna get more of what we got in the beginning. Like before, they had these swords with powers, man. They was using or is it called like Kyoto sticks or something like that? It was like the fake swords.
Yeah, bamboo sticks.
But,
yeah,
bamboo sticks essentially. So even when they was using the bamboo sticks, man, like they was out there, they was getting busy. We actually saw some good choreography, man. And I feel like now that they have the orbs and they have these swords, it's kind of like, all right, let's just start spamming our special moves, man. And it just doesn't make it feel special anymore. So when I seen Onomaru doing that shit, I was like, okay. And then he was just like, oh, you still haven't mastered Yaojinkin yet. So let me spam some more. I was like, damn, dog.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna stop. So yeah, man, for me, man, this episode, it was a better episode than all the previous episodes, but I think this was this is one of these episodes where it's an episode too late, right? Meaning that if I would have saw this back like 5 episodes ago, and then episode 11 or 12 was a more polished meeting of this, because that's another thing too. We know this shit ain't gonna stop. We know that Onomaru, and then he has the fucking orb now that Yaba was supposed to have. So it's like we know it's about to be an endless battle of Yaba trying to get to Onomaru again to fucking defeat him, and now he has to figure out a way to do it without the orb, or he's gonna be on another path to retrieve the orb. It's gonna be a same circle of bullshit just to get down to the end of the fight again, and then hopefully it's not underwhelming like it is right now, because this episode was underwhelming to me, man. An episode too late. Go ahead, Dap.
He was good. Like, he had a little bit to go. Go for it, man.
Hey, man, I feel like I need the room right now. Now I'm playing. Yeah, man. Like Yaba is on track, man, to be one of those anime where it's just like, I hate to say this. No, I'm not gonna say it. But no, I hate to say this about one of my. I hate to say this about one of my favorite shows, but I feel like fucking Yaba is gonna be like, hey, some weird shit's going on. We need to find the Dragon Balls and wish everybody back. And then there's gonna be some more weird shit going on. Hey, we need to find all the Dragon Balls and bring everybody back. And I feel like
got the special sword stuff like Bleach. I assume you'd like it. They're just borrowing every episode.
Hey, look, man! Don't come at Bleach right now. This is not Bleach, man. This is not fucking Bleach.
Hey, watch! Y'all just gonna be walking in the field, and the spirit raven's gonna go flying. I know, like, what's that?
You know what's weird about that is, man? Like, we have how many swordsmen we got on the show? We got Yaba, we got Onomaru, we got. Where's his fucking dad at, bro? I was hoping his dad was gonna actually be a part of the show, because I thought
both of them.
Huh?
Both of them.
Onomaru's dad?
No,
I'm about to say Onomaru ain't got no daddy. But yeah, I thought the dads were gonna be a part of the show, man, and that was a huge letdown, because especially Yaba's dad, man, because I thought he was like an OG master, because he was out there in the woods training his son. So I thought, he was gonna, and he knew about the Rajenkin, and where to go to get it, right? So I thought he was gonna be a part of the show, and that failed. So, yeah, man. And so we got Yaba Onomaru, we got old man Mushi, and then we got what's the guy's name that came back from death? Kyoto Kojiro. So we essentially we got 4 swordsmen on this fucking show, bro. And in this last episode, all we saw was fucking spam of fucking powers, bro. It was underwhelming, man. Underwhelming.
I mean, don't leave out old girl, man. Old girl is a sword fighter. She's just like could go. Damn, I could go, man. Oh my gosh, what's old girl name from Rurouni Kenshin? He's just like her. Like she's a master with swordsmanship too. Granted, bamboo, but yeah, but heck no, they're one and the same, man. They're one and the same.
Who are you talking about when you say old girl?
Talking about the
old girl. That's what Kenshi
into.
Old girl that travels with Kenshi. Yes. Yeah.
I know you. I know who you talking about on the Kenshin show, but who are you talking about in Yaba? Who are you making a comparison to?
The chick that's carried that usually walks around with the orb.
No, she's worse. She's worse than her.
Too. Oh, she is. But I'm saying she is a sword fighter, though. She is a swordsman.
Only bamboo sticks, man. And I feel like she hasn't showed anything, man. All she does is run, and other people protect her. It's a fucking shame, but
that's terrible. I am glad. That's one thing I will say. I completely hate about old school anime. I hate how much the women are just damsels and they can't do shit, even if they have the background to do shit. I'm so glad that that's dying in this era of anime and shit. So glad.
Yeah, man. Like she's just used to be a damsel in distress, and also, used for what's the word I want to use? For creepiness, right? Like, you got the old man Master Mushi, and every time he wants to get creepy, guess what? He gotta go see she in the hot spring. Like, come on, bro. Like that's all she.
They not like us.
Like shit is whack, man. But yeah, Yaba, man, you definitely gotta do better. And you did do better this episode, but it was just an episode too late, man. I feel like we should have got this maybe 3 episodes ago, man. And that also could be me just being spoiled to better pacing animes. But this one here, man, just doesn't cut it. Even if it's not the pace, it's just the setup, right? Like before we got to episode 11, we had everybody fighting Demon Kings for 1 episode, and that shit was underwhelming. And it was like, when is this shit gonna stop? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You have absolutely full reason to be disappointed because we literally had a fight with Onimaru and Yabo fighting through an entire city that was just pure, clean, great choreographic fighting.
Yes. What was that episode? Episode 2 or 3?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Shit was immaculate. They haven't topped that at all. Yeah, not even got close. Actually, no, my bad. I will say, I think the fight with Yaba and Mr. Bat, I think that was pretty good. That'll be number 2 right now. Which also will go back to me saying I don't understand why Onimaru was like, you defeated all my demon lords and demon people. Like he didn't defeat Mr. Bat. Oh shit, yeah he did. Damn it, yeah he did. Damn it, he did.
I mean, Mr. Bat was a vampire, and basically all he did was just shed light on him. But he was gonna get his ass whooped, though. I mean,
did he talk like, blah, I drink your blood?
Oh no. Did you listen to? Damn, you only watch shit dub. But Sub Yu-Gi-Oh! Pegasus plays the voice for Mr. Bat.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
It's pretty dope. Because Steven said the same thing. Like he still calls him Yabba Boy. Like it's all that shit. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. But, Mr. Bat was pretty cool, man. But again, it was another one. It was a one and done, and they built up Mr. Bat. They built up Mr. Bat like he was gonna be king shit, bro. And come to find out, he was just a vampire and fucking died after sunlight, bro. Like,
Yeah, it was an ass cool too. But like this, the fighting that they gave us on this episode, they focused way too much on flashy than
Yeah,
like the actual fight itself. Like we did get some good like regular choreographic combat between Yaba and Onimaru, but it just
not in my opinion.
it just
It was
wasn't enough.
it was overshadowed by the flashiness of the powers of the swords, man. Which to me,
Yes.
like they could have just had like they could have saved that for the end of the duel and just kept with that same like fucking sword mastery choreography. Because look, this whole time, man, which I guess you can give it a little respect since Yaba couldn't really master where his thunder or his lightning strikes were going, right? Like, Onimari said that he's like, yo, you still haven't mastered that. Because this whole time Yaba has been doing nothing but sword moves and agility training, right? And so with that being said, his ass should have been out there trying to get it like that. And he didn't. This motherfucker was out there fucking trying to spam lightning strikes. So it was like,
Out of curiosity, when Yaba and Onimaru was fighting, and the gang started to notice that he was using some of his training techniques, what was you thinking? What was you thinking when he did? Oh, he did the steps like he did when he was running on the lily pads. Like, oh, he's got his eye closed like when he was training the six prisoners with his eye closed. Like,
bro, I was like, that shit is trash, bro.
Probably the thing that made it the most ass for me was the fact that old girl gave him the orb and he slapped it in there and nothing happened. Besides the fact that it's like the powers that the orb gives him activated, nothing happened. We already seen twice that when he fucking puts that orb in that sword, he cannot control the thunder god that's in the motherfucker. But nothing happened this time. Why?
Because he had it under control, bro. He had it under control. He wasn't gonna let it eat his soul, man. So he had it under control. He had, you know what it was? Here's my theory. He had, unlike Eren from Attack on Titan, he had total resolve of his actions, and he knew that he was gonna defeat Onimaru.
I mean, if you think about it like that, that makes it even more ass because even Onimaru was like, "Oh, I see you didn't sell deal with your demon, whatever. But I mean, I didn't sell my soul. We just got a deal." Like even he understood what the situation was between Yaba and
apparently Onimaru has fucking been here before because apparently this man has lived 1,000 lives already. How does he know this shit, bro? Like, how does he know everything? Like, I understand when he was in his damn daddy's basement, he saw all these scrolls and shit. Which another thing too, only Onimaru has the knowledge, right? Like, not fucking Master Mushu or fucking Kajoto or what's his name again? That came back from the dead. Kojiro, not fucking Kojiro, but only Onimaru has all the knowledge to these spiritual beings and shit, and he's the only one that had access to scrolls. Like, come on, man! Like, it's all crazy, man. Like, they got some fucking explaining to do, man, for sure.
It's a lot. Like, honestly, I don't even know why at the end they tried to sell Yaba as a hero. Like, through this whole series, I never looked at him as a hero. He was just a character that had objective to go complete. Because really, it's really Yaba is kind of damn near like a villain in this fucking shit. Like, if Yaba didn't fight Dirty when he was fighting Underworld, he wouldn't have been like, yo, what the fuck? I'm being the master and most skilled sword fighter and
never lost
style fighting. Lost. It's not the only way. Like, it's his fucking fault. But everybody in the city's like, go, swordsman guy, kid that just took away Onimaru, because really, Onimaru really hasn't really done anything crazy evil. Bro has been making fucking.
Yes, he has, bro.
Has he, bro? He's been making like vegan shops, like special dietary places. Like, bro's actually like he's been doing shit for the community in a good way.
No, man. Whenever you're forcing your will upon a group of people who doesn't want your will forced upon, you are doing something bad, dude. He literally made buildings in his image, man. He's literally fucking struck airplanes with wind, trying to report the news on them, dog. Like Onimaru has. Onimaru has
space. That's a base of space. What do you mean,
bro? He's Right. Again, he's built a fucking empire in a city, and you're saying he has done nothing but done good things for the community.
Yeah, bro. He's opening up the community to healthier
All
lifestyles,
right,
bro.
man. All right.
But you gotta,
I'm not
but you
going
gotta
into
remember though.
politics with you. I'm not going into politics with you.
No, that's not positive. I'm definitely, I don't do politics. But hey, like the community actually accepted that shit. Like they were going to his markets and shit and buying his products. Like they were actually upping
Some
his
other,
shit.
some other community, bro. Some other community, but just because you put shit in the community and you force them to go there because they don't have no fucking other options, doesn't mean that he's doing shit for the community. It doesn't mean that it's good.
I don't know what do you say force? I don't understand like force lines. Like there's McDonald's everywhere, but not everybody has to eat McDonald's.
Bro,
And they force McDonald's on everybody.
bro, you don't remember like I think the second or third episode after he gained that power, he literally went to the fucking town hall and said everybody will worship
Yes,
me.
he did.
Everybody will
did
not
do
tell
that.
them.
He did do that. He did do that.
And this is the guy Dap is like, he's doing good things for the community.
Hey, I bet he wiped off all the McDonald's and all the other crazy fast food stuff that was making people's blood pressure and cholesterol and LDLs and all this shit
Man,
high as
get the
hell.
fuck out of here, man.
He had everybody eating on a healthy lifestyle.
Hey, man. Yeah, dude, it's okay to have options, man. But anyway, let's reel it back in. Yeah. What are you giving this episode, man? How you looking at this shit?
It's tough, man. Because even the end was even weird. Like, bro, like it ended with a castle that was a spaceship underground that took off and went into fucking space or somewhere. And like, what the fuck was that? Like, even when that was going on, Onimaru went off the rocket. Like, Onimaru was on the rocket and shit, and like y'all was closing in on him because he's flying on this vulture bird thing. And it made it seem like he had a panic attack. He was like, go faster. And then like, it was so weird, man.
Yeah, he was like, he won't be able to get you, master.
It was so weird. I don't know what the fuck Onimaru was going to do with a broken Fujikin and the orb for the Raijujin. I don't know what's going to go with that. But what you said earlier made it worse. Like, if this turns like basically into like episode 3 or 4 all over again, where now Yaba's going on another journey, learning more techniques to go get the orb. It's just literally a rinse and repeat, but just on a slightly different level, because Onimaru is the one you're going directly to instead of forgetting something, then going directly to Onimaru. Maybe a 4. I think I'm probably going like a 4, man. I think about a 4.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it a 5, dude. I'm gonna go even Steven with a 5, man. But you know one thing we didn't talk about? The fucking spider jumping into a giant fucking iron spider. That shit was so trash, bro.
Like, honestly, I'm glad you brought that up, because I didn't like that shit. Bro, how you gonna have it to where Kojiro slices off the legs to this iron spider? Then the gang just pushes the spider off the ledge. They have this whole dramatic scene where it falls into the abyss and explodes. And then this motherfucker's already. It did explode.
Hold on. Time out. Because wasn't it a part in the show where it wasn't a giant spider at first? What was it? It was another animal, because Yabo was like, "Oh, I thought it would have been a spider." Was it a fucking oh my god, what was it?
A turtle. It was a turtle.
It's a fucking turtle.
It was a turtle. And it flipped upside down, and then it made it a spider. Yes. Which didn't make any sense to me, because you already have a turtle dude. But and then I was so pissed watching him fight, bro. Like, the turtle dude, he acted like a fucking frog. He using his tongue to throw everybody around and shit and do shit. Like, you were ass. Like, what happened to your fucking battle? Damn, that's not a battle X. I forgot what you call this shit, mace. What happened to the mace that you had? Like, what the fuck, man? They downplaying everybody. It's just Yaba that can do cool shit. Or Mushiushu or fucking Kojiro.
Yeah, but y'all need to step y'all game up, man. Step the fucking game up, dude, because that shit was terrible, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to give it a 4, man. Just because of that dumb shit. Hey, look. Hey, real quick before we move on, man. Hey, you remember when Yaba and them was fighting, man? Like, didn't it seem like the Foot Soldiers, like, were like the Foot Clan from Ninja Turtles, with Shredder in the game, like the little purple mask dudes.
Yeah. I shouldn't know the name. But
yeah, I was getting the Foot Clan.
You trying to hate on my Ninja Turtles?
No. That was the kind of vibe that was. No, I fuck with the Ninja Turtles, bro.
I was about to say, I was like, I might have to leave.
Yeah. Nah, man, it was just a vibe. Like, the Foot Clan soldiers ain't shit, bro. Like, they always getting their heads stomped in. But like, that was kind of like the. Yeah, like that was kind of like the vibe of like how they were making, Yaba and friends like fight them and shit. Like again, like it was meaningless. Like it didn't feel it never felt like, oh shit, something terrible was about to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they're about to prevent something terrible from happening, right? Like the stakes weren't high at all, man. Which I'm gonna give it a 4, man. Fuck it, I'm not bad trucking. But
even then, like the stakes should have been high because even Anamaru was like, "I have you now, Yabo. You're surrounded by all my troops." Didn't mean shit. Didn't mean a goddamn thing.
Nah, you're right. Any final comments before we move on, man?
Yabo, also do better.
More and more.
Yes.
Every time you guys talk about this anime, I don't want to watch it more and more. It just sounds awful.
Nah, I feel you on that, man.
It didn't start that way though, man. Maybe if you just watch the episode 5 and be like, "Yeah, that was a great ending." Maybe that's how.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how you gotta treat it, man.
Oh boy.
All right, without further ado, we'll go ahead and move it along tonight. Everybody who's just tuning in tonight, this is another episode of Where's My Anime, episode 28. I'm your boy Jay Sama. This is Dap and Chris Fry, the manga guy. We had a good slate tonight. We was talking about My Hero Academia, Vigilante Season 1, Episode 1, 2B Hero X, Season 1, Episode 11, Yaba Samurai Legend, Season 1, Episode 11. We just finished talking about Yaba. And now we're about to get into some... I don't know, man. I got some shit to say about this one too. Fire Force Season 3, Episode 12, The Madness of the Distant Past. Let me just say this real quick. I've been thoroughly enjoying myself with Season 3 on Fire Force, especially the beginning of it. In this episode, man, there was a lot of new wrinkles being presented here, which one of those wrinkles is that there's a fire user who's able to change the molecular fucking
universal gravity or some shit.
Yeah, but they're able to change the atoms on a molecular level, man. Like, I don't understand how that's possible in doing it so effortlessly. But it could be also because maybe he's already linked to the evangelist. I'm not sure. You know what? Maybe he does it. Maybe he does it so effortlessly because he is linked to the evangelist. That could be one of the key things because show isn't anymore. So we got that. We got Shin in a deep state of fucking consciousness. Like, this is the worst blast he's ever fucking been in his life. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I feel like that this is probably like the hardest Shin has ever been hit when we just saw him go toe to toe with fucking Captain Byrne. I mean, we see him fight the Joker. I mean, we see him fight numerous other fucking opponents, man, and this is the one that just has him unconscious for 2 whole fucking episodes. Okay, cool. And then we got to, and then also too, I thought the fucking Titan, I thought the Iron Kaiju or Iron Titan was already killed in the ocean. Learned he's still alive. What's my man name with the ash? Is Ketcho? What'd you say? Ketcho! You said Ash Ketcho? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
He got you good.
Yeah, man. Gotta catch them all, right? Nah, man. The dude with the ash up there, bro. Who only wants to fight weaklings and shit. I mean, he's up there still fighting the Iron Dude. Okay. We learned about that it just finished. He just and he did it with like a Mortal Kombat finishing move. Like, now you have actually become so weak that I enjoy it now. Like, okay, man, like we get you're playing into this trope about you beating up on fucking weak people, but I get it, man. Like, I don't need it all the time, and I don't know, bro. Like, I think I was supposed to enjoy this episode, and I was just left still thinking about what the fuck is happening. And then the whole pillar turns black and shit. Like, what's up with that? What does that mean? And before I pass the baton, this motherfucker Shin goes back in time with the evangelist chick who can see the future. I don't have a problem with those two being together. But what I have a problem with is the fact that he can go so fast, he can go back in time. However, he didn't even do like his... Well, maybe it was due. Okay, let me reverse that. Okay, so he was having a Adola link, but it wasn't a Adola link with one of the Amaterasu. So I'm not sure like how fast he was going, because the only time we seen him go that fast is when he was linked to the evangelist and when he was linked to old girl who's in the Amaterasu. So what the fuck are we talking about? And he wasn't even traveling at the speed of fucking light from what it seemed like. You know how they animated it, right? Like, they just had regular flames coming out, and
I mean, they did the visualized little thing. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that means.
They did, because they said eventually he moved at the speed of light. But what I'm saying is they didn't fucking animate it like how they animated in the past before he actually went at the speed of light. And then how was the chick that's attached to
surpasses the speed of light?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But how was this chick able to survive that? Because apparently Shin is the only one that, when that happens, that he can demolecularize, because he was moving. Whatever kind of logic they try to use for that shit, that's what they said. And then also too, this is his first time doing it. So how the fuck was he able to go back in time at the precise time that the cataclysm fucking happened? Or failed, like the first one. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, all this shit happened this episode, and I feel like I was supposed to enjoy this episode, but I was just left with more what the fuck questions. Chris or Dad, one of y'all can go now, man.
I'll catch the baton on this one, but yeah, man, I felt the same, man. Like that's facts. So basically, we just got confirmed facts from the writers and the directors and the creators of Fire Force that Juggernaut is stronger than Captain Burns, since he's able to fucking put show out Shin out for fucking 2 episodes. But yeah, man, there's so much weird shit that happened. The kaiju finally goes down, and then I guess the whole damn thing turns into ash in the water, and then it gets absorbed into the pillar, and then the pillar turns black, and then it starts spewing out matter, which also is shown in the Adola link that Shin and Inca is having. And yeah, like you saying, that whole thing about going back in time, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't even enjoy that either. Like when they were showing it, they were just showing like some AI footage, pictures from like current times in Japan, and they just put show in there like a different weird art style, just making different facial expressions and looking weird and shit. Which I mean, I guess is not different for Shin.
Hey, time out right there though, dude. Time out right there. My theory on that was is that when he went back in time like that, I feel like they was doing it from the point of view as if he was like in a manga in those, like he was in the manga at those times, looking back at the world.
I kind of had like a 4-4 break in there, kind of when I was looking at that, but I need the context, man, because even like I didn't even think about it like that either until y'all said it. Like, how the fuck is he hitting it exactly where the Great Cataclysm? Or maybe he didn't. Maybe it's just like a point before the Great Cataclysm that he was able to go in there and see everything.
But still, bro. I mean, shit. This is the first time I'm fucking doing it. Whatever. I mean, if they want to make him like if they want to make him like the Flash, they can make him like the Flash. Who gives a fuck? But I just didn't like how I didn't like how he was told this concept and he didn't think about it on his own. No one else ever thought about him doing that to get answers, right? It was only
Yeah.
told to him by the chick who could see the future, and she could only see the definite future. So it was like I didn't like that whole portion of it, man.
I mean, honestly, have we even really seen Shin go into the past? I don't think he's gonna go into the past. Like when he's fighting, it's still the present, and he just ends up behind, or I mean, at least when he's fighting show. Like most of the time, like he ended up going so fast, he ended up flying straight past him. So like, he was still more accelerating into the future than he was the goddamn past. Even when he
Yes,
was in that Chinese island and he was having this adult, he went into the future. He didn't go into the past. So
and that was
I don't get this whole past
and
tie-in
that
that
was
they're trying to sell us.
for 2
Yeah,
seconds.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, man.
I
Um,
don't understand that whatsoever. And I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get my brother's fight like I thought I was going to get. Shin was supposed to wake up, so it would have been Shin and Show fighting whoever the fuck the dude is.
well,
I don't
I
even.
mean, shit. I thought he was gonna give him a hug, man. Like he went through all that, fighting that gravitational dude just to be like, oh, I'm gonna just touch him, and then fucking somebody says, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And he just fucking disappears. Like you should have been, it's my fucking brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Or something,
He,
bro.
he ran away like when Ariel saved the prince and put him on the island.
Like, damn, man. Where's your conviction at, my boy?
Oh man. Yeah, I was hoping that at least would have turned into a fight or something, like some kind of talk. I ain't thinking like he was just completely bitched out and just ran away. Like you got your protector there. Like you still have your old setup. You didn't run out of power because you didn't get your ass beat. You still got your protector, so you got coverage. Like everything should have been just, hey, let me see what this dude about. I'm here for my brother. I don't care who you are. Like, but they didn't go that way for whatever
How
reason.
many fucking arrows she got, bro? I mean, god
Oh,
damn.
bro. Oh yeah, she was spamming that shit, bro. She had them Hawkeye arrows, bro.
This shit's kept regenerating, bro. Maybe that's like a part of her fucking fire quirk. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But
I don't know. I mean,
go
I
ahead,
did like how
man.
they played it out, though. I don't know why they played it out like that, though, but I did like how they played it out. I felt like he would have been able to do that without the arrows, just because he can fucking do the time freeze shit. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. It was still dope to see that much, I guess. But
Yeah. What you think, Chris?
I obviously didn't watch it, but I read obviously this part. So
Try not to skip ahead.
there's definitely a couple things you guys are saying that I'm like, I know what the answer is.
so on this episode, the meteor came down.
So I'm gonna trying to think of how to say stuff.
Keep it real, man. Just
Just
keep it real and try not to go past what we're talking about.
definitely, there'll definitely be answers coming in, and I mean, Fire Force has always been kind of weird. It's the same creators, of course, Soul Eater. So some of these explanations aren't going to make sense. It's going to be anime explanations, man. That's just how it works. Sometimes, but I will say, like, it's the stuff gets a lot more intriguing even after this.
Yeah, and you
What
know
is
what?
the meteor?
And you know what, Chris, man? I forgot to go off about this too. I mean, not go off about it, but to talk about. So was that the evangelist dude who was basically talking about like the backstory of what happened, or is this like the head demon dude? Because I like this is the first time we're seeing him, and he talks about the backstory of damn, was it Reggie Nobles? I feel like that's not his name. One of the first adventurer people or whatever. After the failed cataclysm the first time,
Yeah.
he ended up, and that was the thing too. I got a question about: did he actually take his body, or did he fucking transfer something to his body? Like, did he kill him and then take his body and then portray himself to be him and told all these crazy stories about, how he could bring the next world back and everything? Is that how that happened? Because they really don't. It was a little confusing in the anime. But we also got to hear him talk about how, he was able to build up the civilization with make believe stories and actually, what was running the whole thing was somebody who was an Amaterasu, which we now also know that the fucking what is her name? The nun that's the sister that's in Team 8 or
Squad 8. Yeah.
Squad 8, man. Like, we know they're linked, bro, which is fucking crazy sauce. So could she be so in theory, could she be the last pillar?
I feel like she is. I mean, I guess so. Because like I was kind of thrown off at that first season. I thought something else was different was going to happen. Because I felt like that happened right after the kaiju got absorbed by the tower, and then like I want to say it cut to her, and she's like holding her chest and shit. I'm like, oh shit! Everybody about to start turning in fucking infernos and shit because it showed her doppelganger, or I assume it's her doppelganger at the same time too. So I was like, oh shit! What's about to go on?
Is that her doppelganger?
That showed the end. It showed the end of the Dola world, whatever, and it was her with the crazy ass. So I'm pretty sure it was her doppelganger. But we know her doppelganger is like I don't know, it's like one of the towers or evangelist type, whatever. Like she's one of them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so it's three things, right? So you got her, you got the doppelganger, and then you actually have the Amaterasu, who's in the fucking nuclear reaction core thing that powers the city.
Yeah.
So who's a doppelganger of who? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Because honestly, I was confused even. I don't know. I think it's like further ahead. Because that same dude that took over, or either he copied the old dude or took over his body. He ran into the sister first, right? I felt like he ran to the sister first, but you don't see like actual interaction. Like he just walks up to her, look at her, says some shit, and then it goes to go find dude.
Yeah, because he found out that she was a Adola, right? So what he did was when he started the next civilization, he's the one who put her in that fucking tank that powers the whole city, which is known as the Amaterasu. And he was able to do that under the disguise of saying that was part of the Holy Temple. Remember, he was like, and ironically, we called it the Holy Temple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which I did kind of like that storytelling about it, like make believe stories and getting people to follow it and the shit. Like he was like humans love a fake story. So I thought that part of it was kind of funny, man. So, but yeah, man, like I don't know how the nun or the sister in the Amaterasu, how that link is gonna play out. But I did like how it wasn't linked, and maybe it's game time. Like maybe she's able now. Maybe she'll have. I mean, because honestly, isn't that a Adola link? Like, cause like her eyes are fucking glowing blue and shit, and the Amaterasu eyes fucking open up blue and shit. So technically, isn't that like some type of Adola link?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. So I mean, I am excited for that part of the episode, but the other shit, man, with Shin, I don't know, bro. I just didn't get it. I didn't like how that was introduced, and I didn't like how just some of the events happened, man. But overall, man, like I am excited. Like I said, I've been thoroughly enjoying season 3. Like, don't get me wrong, I have.
Now you have to wait till January for the next one.
Huh?
Yeah,
was that the last episode?
Yeah, this is the mid-season break.
Shut the fuck up!
Did you read that in the manga?
I have the episode pulled up to remember parts of it. And it says, right here. Intriguing setup to sure keep fans interested and engaged until the series returns next January.
That's crazy.
I can't believe this shit, man.
That wasn't a good ending. Like I feel like the next whatever they did for the next episode would have been a better like let's stop it here or whatever hiatus in this. Damn, that's crazy. That changes my rating substantially. Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Hey, speaking of ratings,
mess stuff up, man.
Hey, speaking of ratings, man, let's go ahead and get those out the way, man. I'm giving this shit a 5. I'm giving this shit a 5 now.
I was going to say 4.5. I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna same shit. Like I'm giving it. Nah, fuck it. I'll do a 5. I'll do a 4 point. Fuck it. I'll do 4.5. It wasn't as bad as the last episode, so I can't do that bad. It did do some better. It did add to the story and all that shit. So I'll do 4.5. Goddamn. Well, viewers, don't expect to see this next week because Fire Force ain't gonna be here till another 6 months. Damn.
Disappointing news, man. Why'd you have to drop that on me, Chris? I would have been good if I just didn't see a new episode next week. I was like, oh
it
damn,
was like a holiday.
Right? Like, oh damn, maybe they took a break.
That's crazy. Which works though. Well, we got a shit ton of anime next month, boy. God damn. A lot of these shits off.
All right, guys, without further ado, man, we're going to go into our next episode here. If you just joining us live, we are live on, I can't believe I didn't say this before. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. This is another episode of Where's My Anime, episode 28. And we're about to get into Go-Go Loser Ranger, season 1, episode 22, a special bond, Hibiki, and Sorcery. Sorcery is the, Sorcerer. Is it Sorcerer or Sorcery? Sorcerer?
Cicero. That's the Pink Ranger.
Yeah, bro. So look, I'm enjoying Go-Go Loser so much right now. It's not even funny, man. And I think this is what I had envisioned for Go-Go Loser when it first came out. Although I feel like the pacing in it was a little slow for my liking. Even after it came back from the mid-season break, I feel like this is really what I've been wanting to watch. But I will say, man, I'm a little disappointed, especially in this title, because we saw a special bond, and I thought I saw a killing, and it should have been a killing, bro. And I didn't like that per se.
What? You didn't like that? That's crazy.
I did. Bro, she should have died, bro. The Pink Keeper should have died. I'm sorry.
Wow. Either I'm rubbing off on you or you finally seeing the light.
This has nothing to do with you, Dap. This has nothing to do with you. No, but this is one of those. This is one of those things where, like, you know, the villain wasn't overpowered, right? But also like the Pink Keeper was kind of OP, like if you think about it, and then also too, if you think about like her like just natural abilities, where her being paralyzed and shit, it was like a crazy mix of her even getting that fucking artifact anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's like, okay, she has this ability now that she can fucking heal whatever wound she wants to in a period of time, right? So, yeah. But also she can do that for others. So when she did that for her brother and just allowed this dude just to fucking beat on her, bro, she should have been gone, bro. She should have been gone. And she wasn't.
It depends. Like maybe at that same time, maybe she did it again. Cause like we know her limit. Hey, Chris, you might want to take off the headphones. Like, sadly, we spoiling this for you, but
oh nah, man. It ain't really a spoiler, man. Cause well, it kind of is.
Oh, it's 100% a spoiler.
Sorry, dude.
No big deal. I'm catching up.
But maybe at that time when she did go back because of her, sorry, Chris, because she went back for a 3-second rule. Maybe at that time she did another 3-second rule to where it just appeared like she was taken out by damn. I know his name started with H, but I can't remember his name off top. But maybe make it seem like she got taken out by his to give Hibiki a way to get some time to get away. Maybe.
Nah, bro, apparently she was like drastically hurt when she got up and she started walking off. It's just that it just seemed like she didn't receive that wound of life-threatening capability that we all thought we watched her fucking die, kind of thing. And that's the thing I didn't like about it. But I was more interested in the Blue Keeper this episode, man. Just because, like, I felt like that story was a little bit more compelling about how he didn't fucking
Yeah.
want to be there, and he was only gonna be there if he got paid type shit. And I
Yeah.
felt like that was a better story. And then they kind of went back and summarized some of the backstory, what happened the first time they linked up and shit. Or was it the
Yep.
first time? What was it the first time with that monster?
Yeah, first time with that monster. Like whatever the problem that they were having with that monster, all three of them. I don't know if I say all three of
No,
them,
no,
but
no. It was a different monster this time, though.
yeah, it was a different monster.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
like,
that's what I was trying to confirm.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then also too, how the monsters were like people at first, and then they were actually a fucking monster that two of their spirits kind of fused together to become that one monster or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah,
Like I like that whole concept, man. Like I thought that was cool, and they even have remorse for some of the Blue Rangers and shit. So I was like, damn, man,
yep,
that's pretty cool. And
yep,
like I said, I was more interested in the the Blue Keeper story, versus the Pink Keeper, man. So, I like this episode, man, but I didn't like the execution of that one part, and I'm trying not to talk too much about it. You know what I'm saying? Since
Hey,
we got
nope,
our
go
first
ahead.
over keeping up,
Nope, go
but but this shit right here, man, this is what makes me watch anime, dog. Like I feel like the fate of the fucking future is on the line right now between the monsters and keepers, man. And we're
Oh
getting
my
these
god.
different fights, and we're getting these different monsters that get introduced and shit. The one little snag I did have was with the Red Rangers fighting the fucking the lizard guy or
Yes,
the lizard
yes,
monster. That shit was weird
yes.
and kind of out of place. But everything else, man, I'm fucking with, man. What'd you think about this one?
Yes, I will start off with that. I 100% agree with you on that. When I saw that lieutenant, I think he's the second lieutenant, get smashed by them pinballs or whatever, all four of them crushing them and blood, I mean, literally blood fountain splash everywhere. Like, damn, he took them out like that. And then the snake boss monster goes to walk away, and then the balls roll away, and he's fucking still standing there, damn near unscathed. And he like that shouldn't have happened. That was a crazy ass F. But yo, I gotta double back because I wasn't watching the shit that happens after the credits because I was like, I don't want to see a preview for that shit. But them shits ain't previews. Them shits is like actually a continuation to the fucking story. So like at last episodes, you got old girl, the second lieutenant or the lieutenants from the yellow team, the one that found all the clones and shit. She's sitting in there, and fucking Red Keeper comes out with his fucking divine artifact, and he blasts that whole hallway, and he confronts her. You ain't see that shit?
This is the last. This is on the last episode.
This is the last episode. Go to the end of that shit. That shit was crazy. I'm like, what is going on, bro? This shit is fucking wild. So, Chris, I'm fried. Definitely start doing that shit. You can skip past the rest of the outro. Just wait till the end and watch that shit. They don't show that shit again for the next episode. So I gotta start doing that shit now. That shit was dope. That shit was dope. Shit down. It was wild. I can't wait to see that shit plays out. Going back to this story. I guess my other knock for it. So we have the original Hibiki. You know, he's walking around. He's stuck with the second lieutenant from Green Team, and he's with XX. But like, I'm surprised nobody looked at him and been like, "You look just like you are Hibiki." Like, who am I talking to now? Who is this? Well, how are there two Hibikis? Like, nobody's asked that question yet. It's almost like everybody's just at the knowing. Like, I know, like the lieutenant on the Green Team. Obviously, she knows now that Fighter D is considered to be Hibiki in the Ranger Force, but not too many other people do, especially for the Pink Ranger. Like, the Pink Ranger has been seeing Fighter D plenty of times as Hibiki, and now she sees him for the first time since, episode 6?
Yeah, it's been a lot of episodes, man.
It's back there. Like, he got all his face all pink and veiny for whatever fuck reason, and like, she didn't question none of this. I felt like that, in a way, this should have been kind of a questioning and a bonding moment. I mean, it really wasn't much of a bonding moment. They just reunited. But I felt like there should have been like a little bit more questioning that we with that too. but it was nice to see that play out. And then we finally got to see a little bit of the Pink Keeper's fighting ability, which makes it seem like maybe I'm wrong. So far, out of every divine artifact from the Keepers, are all of them like creating something? It seems like all of them have like a creative properties like their baseline. Because like I know like for like well maybe not the blue one,
Yeah, the blue
but
one did
like
create shit. The blue one created a fucking whirlwind of water to do damage and shit, bro. You don't remember that shit when he was
oh
fighting
no I remember.
Polaris or Polera or whatever?
I mean I guess I wouldn't consider that creation, but I mean I guess if you are manifesting something, you are creating it. So I guess in a
I mean,
sense,
literally, the Green Ranger says manifest,
yes. You know I mean I and
which
it
which
was something that started with an M for the Pink Rangers too. I
which
want
the
to say like
Green
maintenance.
Keeper, the Green Keeper goes the hardest, bro.
Oh, I forgot. Bro, turns into a fucking kaiju.
Not Kaiju.
Yo,
He went Piccolo, bro. He went fucking Piccolo out there, dog.
yeah, or at least Lord Slug anyway. But yeah, that shit. Man, I did not see that. It's so. I know we probably like jumping all over the place. It's so much
Yeah.
greatness that went on this episode though. Like it actually pertains to the story. It keeps the story going. It's great.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Catch
If
up,
you're not
Chris.
watching
Catch
Go
up,
Go
man.
Losers,
Catch up,
I'm
you're
Chris,
not
getting
man.
watching
there. I'm
Go Go
getting
Losers.
there.
Hey, you know what, man? Before we started the segment, man, we probably should have asked Chris how does he feel about how things are going right now. We'll do that right now, actually. Chris,
Yeah,
man,
before now.
what are your first initial thoughts, man, of Go Go Loser?
I'm loving it
10
so far.
episodes in.
I'm having a blast. I love that like it focused on Fighter D, and having this like I'm gonna infiltrate. Fighter D's kind of a fucking moron, but but also like you kind of rooting for him, and then of course like at first I will say I did enjoy this, but at first they try to make it out where you feel like it's going to be a very stereotypical kind of story, just with Fighter D being the main protagonist or whatever. But then it very quickly kind of goes 180 where like you're like, oh, things are not what I thought they were going to be. Because I mean,
You don't know
obviously,
the half.
yeah, and I don't like I
Yeah.
like I mean you find out pretty much right away that all the shows are fucking staged. I think you find that out from like episode 1, and then the more you learn is just interesting. And of course, I was telling you guys, getting to see the Red Ranger, Red Keeper, or whatever you call him, make that dude's fucking head pop like a melon was fucking awesome. And then he just sits down and he's like covered in blood and he's like, let me just eat my sushi.
Yeah, man.
It's like, you're disgusting.
Yeah, that's not all the Red Keeper does either, but yeah, that dude's
I
off
don't
the
doubt
chain,
it.
man.
I don't know
He's
what
off-
it is anymore.
Which I mean, where I'm at, I just found out that the Pink Ranger was the guy that beats Hibiki's sister.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, I'm now I understand how she can move around when I'm introduced that she's in a wheelchair. But I now understand how she can do it.
Yeah,
But,
man.
It was weird that she like when you find out that she is
Paraplegic.
well that his sister is the Pink Ranger. Like you see the scene where she says bye to Fighter D as Hibiki or whatever, and then of course the next scene and it's the same voice, but she's now in her Pink Ranger suit and she's beating like just some punks up or something. Like it was interesting and a little weird because she of course starts talking about her brother and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have a brother con thing going on.
Yeah.
But And getting to see the boss monster guy who calls himself God, that was kind of cool. So.
Oh man, bro, so bad.
Things about to heat up, man. Things about to heat up. That's
But
cool,
yeah,
man.
that's
cool.
as I was saying, I'm in the where I've left off because I had to go to work was they're doing the final competition fight for who becomes
shit.
Rangers.
Yeah.
So that's where I had to cut off because I was like, oh shit, I gotta go work.
Nice. Not bad, man. Not bad. Not bad. You ain't got far to go, man. Hey, Dap. Before we get out of here, though, man, what you gonna give this last episode of Go Go Loser?
I honestly would love to say a 10, to be honest with you, man. I really would, just especially after what Chris was talking about with the Blue Ranger and stuff. Oh, no, the guy, Boss Monster. I'm like, oh, shit. Because if he pops up again in this episode, too, I said, oh, shit. Like, man, it's just,
Man,
this
man, you didn't
episode
have
gives
to.
you so
You didn't have
much.
to say that. You didn't have to say that, Dap.
It's called
He's about to fucking watch it.
It's called a spoiler.
But yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
And I would say I would give it a 10, but I didn't see that last bit of information that you saw on last episode, so I think I'm gonna have to watch that, man, with the Red Ranger like blowing up the fucking, I guess, lab place or whatever. After the Yellow Keeper, I don't know, or the Yellow Lieutenant. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to watch that, but hey, you know what is interesting though? The Yellow Keeper isn't on the fucking battlefield. At least I
I don't know
haven't
where he
seen.
ran off to. Yeah, he ran off. I don't know where he ran off to because remember he finished the whole game that the Snake Boss had, and he exited out of the game. Oh yeah, he exited out of the dimension or whatever. But that's the last we seen of him. So we don't know where he's at.
Okay. All right, man. But does anybody have any last comments or anything before we get out of here? We kind
I had one
of
last thing for it.
we're kind of like at our last brink, man. What's up? What you got, Dap?
Nah, it's not a long enough. It's not a long enough time limit for me to bring it up. So I'm gonna save for another good time.
Well, go ahead. Hey, go ahead and hit him with a teaser, man. What you got?
Hit it with a teaser. Nah, I can't tease that, man. Ain't nothing to tease, man.
Go ahead, man. Hit him with the teaser, man. Let him know. Hit him with a small preview.
I'm a pleaser, not a teaser, bro. I ain't got nothing to share, man. We'll get to the next episode, but I will say this though, even that's not related to like anything you're watching. Man, we had 24 viewers this episode. I appreciate y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all. At least that we can see. There might be more than that, but we can see. 24 viewers hung out heavy with us for the past almost 2 hours. Greatly appreciate that.
You're all welcome. It was because of me. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna say that it's because of me.
Don't tell me those are
Appreciate you, Chris. You got any last words you want to say, Chris?
Dude, I'm just pumped for To Be a Hero X. I just keep wanting to watch that. That's the one that, out of all the ones we're watching, several of them are good, but man, that's the one I just want another episode. Every time I finish, I'm just like, why isn't there another episode?
Yeah, man. I feel like that with To Be Hero X and now Go Go Loser, man. Like I'm really am enjoying Go Go Loser, and I know it's about to be done, but fuck it, I'm still enjoying it. Well, with that being said, man, shout out to all the viewers out there. Shout out to the viewers who y'all might be scrolling on the app, see us live, but y'all don't actually come in the room. Y'all just keep it up there. Y'all just peek down the hallway a little bit. Hey, just come on in here, man. Comment. Let us know what's up, man. Let us know if you agreeing with I'm saying or me and Chris saying and disagreeing with that was that.
See, this is what I gotta talk to my therapist with. I'm talking to my therapist about this now. Every day on Fridays, I get verbally abused.
Pop in here.
Nah, man.
Tell us what we need to watch next. That's definitely
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, we about to drop Yabba. Well, Yabba's gone. Is it Yabba?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So yeah.
Fire Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Fire Force? Oh, damn.
We just talked about this.
Yeah.
I didn't think my memory was that good.
Yeah, let us know what let us know if we missing anime too, man. Let us know if we're just missing the hot shit out here. You know what I'm saying? So just let us know, man, so we can stay current and up to date. But we appreciate everybody for showing out tonight. We're about to sign off. Dad, Chris.
Peace.
Catch y'all later.
All right.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching another episode of Where's My Anime.
Great appreciation to those who liked, subscribed, and viewed today's episode.
If you agree with what I said today or disagree with what Dab had to say, please drop it in the comment section. We will reply. And as always, I'm your boy Jay Sama.
And I'm down. We'll catch you on the next season, the next episode of Where's My Anime.
You heard?